100 games is an absolutely superb effort, and this was the scene that greeted Big Super as he ran out onto the ground.
The arena, flanked by his two sons, Matthew and Justin Carey. And this is a magnificent moment in South Australian football. Peter Carey about to play his 400th club game for the Glenelg Football Club. And the banner says it all. Excess of 10,000 people show their appreciation. And look at that banner. Tribute to the only champion captain of captains, Super Carey. 400 club games. A truly superb moment in sport as he breaks through that banner with some difficulty. Young Justin and Matthew, they're forcing their way through the banner as well. Here comes the rest of the team. Scott Salisbury helps Matthew through the banner. Emotional scenes at the Bay. An incredible occasion.
Picked up back in the game. Siren sounds to end this historic game at the Bay Oval. Glenelg 18 goals 14, 122 at the Peter Torrance 14 goals 993 in Peter Carey's 400th club game as the crowds and the West Torrance players stream to greet him. Congratulate that fine champion. Bruce Lindsay just shaking his hand. Now the fans and players cheer Super Carey off the ground. It's an emotional moment for him. The Bays have won. It must have been brilliant even before the start of the game. And there the fans show their appreciation for this great man. They're cheering him off the ground. And could we possibly hope that maybe Peter Carey might just play on and possibly beat Russell Everett's Australian record of senior games? He'd need to play another season. Let's hope the big fellow can.
Yes, it's certainly been a magnificent effort. Full credit to Peter Carey. The Tigers deserve to win today. And I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that his players have so much admiration and respect for him. And that's a fitting result here today at the Bay Oval.
Yes, what a moment it was. Just imagine what it's going to be like when he reaches 500. Well, checking now the quarter-by-quarter scores, and really, given that moment, what chance did Torrance ever really have? The Tigers skipped away to a handy break in the first quarter. After that, though, the Eagles stuck well, keeping in touch throughout. Budrick kicked 7 in a great performance for the Bays, Woodlands 4 for Torrance, Taylor kicked 4 and Dietrich 3 goals. Well, today's round of football, of course, has been totally dominated by that man, Peter Carey, the 400 gamer, speaking here with Kim Dillon.
Peter, congratulations on a magnificent win and also your own personal achievement of 400 club games.
Thanks very much, Kim. It was a great effort by all the boys. We really had to fight all day and we just persevered a little bit better at the finish.
When you ran out on the ground, what emotions did you experience today having your two sons with you?
Oh, it was fantastic. Just running through the banner, I just wish it wasn't so hard to run through. We got stuck halfway through. It was a fantastic moment, and to run in front of the grandstand at that elevation was unbelievable.
Did the massive build-up prior to the game have any effect on you whatsoever?
Yeah, I didn't think it had a lot of effect, but geez, I was exhausted in the first quarter, and I really think all the nervous energy I've certainly expanded in the last couple of days really showed out.
At any stage of your career, did you actually set yourself for a milestone like this?
I guess about 3 years ago, when I'd just passed 300, I sort of had a look and wondered how much longer I could keep playing, and I thought I might be able to see 3 years out, and I thought if I played 3 years I could play 400, and fortunately it's happened.
You've played alongside and against some great players. Does any of those players really stand in your mind?
I'd have to say Rick Davies over many years was my toughest opponent. There's been hundreds probably that come to mind, but the great Victorians I've played against, the Dempseys and the Knights and the Lees and the Moores, there's been heaps.
Peter, they say behind every great man there's a greater woman. You obviously owe a lot to your family, your wife and family.
Well, yeah, Linda's been very supportive. She's really helped me through the tough times. There has been a few. In '85, I really felt like I could throw it in with her, and I had a bad groin injury, but she kept pushing me back out on the track. And my kids, they have to put up with a lot, and they've been very supportive as well.
And what's the future now for Peter Carey? Short term?
Short term, we've got to make the 5. You know, we've got a couple of hard games. We've got North at Prospect next week, which is an important game for us, and we're aiming at that final 5, and we've really got to get back on the road in the next couple of weeks.
And what about long term?
Long term, you mean the finals at the end of this year?
Even past that, Peter?
Well, we'd like to be part of the finals after that. You know, I'm pretty sure this will be my last year, but I don't want to commit myself definitely, but I think it'll definitely be the last year.
Well, Peter, congratulations once again. You've been magnificent for Glenelg and for South Australian football.
Thanks a lot, Kim.
Peter Carey, was he fighting back the tears? Who could blame him? Well, Darryl, what a champion. Is there anything you'd like to add to what's already been said about the man?
Only just how hard it is to coach against Peter Carey. To find a player, he will be synonymous with the success of Glenelg through the 70s and 80s. And as a coach, it's very difficult to find a player who can consistently beat him. Because he's so bulky, and he tries a different tactic. You get on top one way, he'll come up with a different method.
As for the game itself, always a tough assignment for Torrens. And like South, they find it very difficult to win a game.
Yes, they do. I was impressed with Chris Lindsay's performance, their number 1 ruckman. And it's another learning process for the West Torrens team. But once again, within 1 point, late into the quarter, in the last quarter, and so they're an improved side.
We saw quite a bit of that. What about, very briefly, the state players, McDermott?
Well, I think Chris McDermott, as the Premier Captain, should be the captain of South Australia. I think that Bruce Lindsay should play back pocket. Scotty Salisbury, not in as good a form as last year, will miss out.
Okay.